In the last chapter, Paul has been yanked out of a murderous mob by the Roman guards. And as he's being led away, he gets permission to turn and address the crowd, this time safely surrounded by Roman soldiers. So he begins this speech. He talks about his birthright, about his background, about his education, about his religious fervour, about his commission from the high priest to go and track down these new Jesus followers. Then he talks about his experience on the road to Damascus, his conversion experience. So far, so good. The people are listening. But then he begins to talk about how he was called to go to the non-Jews. The crowd reacts violently. They begin shouting, "Kill him! Kill him!" They begin to throw dust in the air, to tear their clothes, and to yell at the top of their voices. This has gone too far. 3 times in the book of Acts, we hear this story of Paul on the road to Damascus. As I read it, there's one line that really sticks out. Jesus speaks to Saul, saying, "Saul, Saul, why do you persecute me?" Not why do you persecute my people, but why do you persecute me? At that time, Saul had been so zealous about persecuting the followers of Jesus. But as words from Jesus suggest that as the church suffers, Jesus suffers. Paul the persecutor has definitely become Paul the persecuted. I can't imagine what it was like to have all those hundreds of people before you shouting for your death. Paul has suffered time and time again. In a good story, we often empathise with a certain character. We put ourselves in their shoes. And when they experience different things, we almost begin to feel it a little bit ourselves. In this passage, it suggests that more than just feeling a little bit, that God suffers when his church suffers. God is not ignorant of our suffering. God sees our suffering. God somehow experiences our suffering. God meets us in our suffering. And he wants to meet us today in a very real way, where we are facing hardships and difficulties. We need to know that God is with